Hi everyone. I almost feel embarrassed to come on here and talk again, having been vacant for so long, but some stuff has changed and I'm really busy with some other areas of what I do, and so I wanted to come on here and catch you all up on what I've been doing, and maybe some of you guys will be interested in what I've been doing outside of YouTube. There are lots of different areas in my life that are important, and social media is one of them, but I have to be really realistic with how much energy I can give to certain areas like YouTube. And there have been, you know, I'm sure influencers kind of appear and disappear on YouTube, and that's for a reason, because it's very time consuming and it's very difficult to be good at it, because you have to be very, very consistent. So you have to, in my eyes, I have to not have too many other things that I'm trying to do while I'm trying to do YouTube. Otherwise it's a little bit, it's not a waste of time. I love sharing my life with you guys, but it's hard because we do get paid. Influencers get paid by YouTube, and if you're not consistent then you don't, and so that can be really, really demoralizing and difficult to spend the amount of time needed to make it really successful. But I wanted to come on here and give you guys a little life update, catch you up on a few things, the yard situation, what I have been doing with my time when I haven't been posting on YouTube, and a bit of a horse update. I've got some videos and clips and stuff of things to show you guys that has been going on. So yeah, I'll get started. I'm at home today, it's Saturday afternoon, and I was at work this morning riding horses and, you know, doing things. But I've got the afternoon off, so I thought what better time than to catch you guys up and make this video. I don't want to make it too long. I could probably talk for hours about all of what's going on, but I'll try and keep it short and sweet and, you know, give you an idea of what's been going on. There's a fly in my face, goodness. So the first thing I want to talk about is where I have been putting my energy. So about a year and a half ago now, I created a Patreon page. So it was the beginning of lockdown and we couldn't do what we wanted to be doing with the horses. We couldn't compete, we weren't able to go for training, and so I decided that I wanted to share my knowledge with you guys, but in a way that I felt I was being fairly remunerated for it, as in I was being paid, basically. I can't make it much clearer than that. So it is like a paid for YouTube essentially, but it has become much more than that. I have created over 70 videos. Cockerel's still alive, sorry about him. I've created over 70 videos. I have created tutorial content, ride along podcast content, and I'm gonna show you a little bit on screen now of some of the things that you can see over there. So I'm going to start by showing you some of the groundwork videos that I have been creating. So the groundwork is a way of working with horses. It's a way of training. We teach the horses everything that they need to know from the ground first. That's what I mean by groundwork. So we teach them about how to move their body in a positive, relaxed way. We teach them how to handle themselves under pressure by using pressure that we can control. So not just riding horses through difficult situations, but by preparing them for those difficult situations. As humans, we ask horses to be able to handle themselves in our human environment. You know, we put them in international arenas and we put them in horse boxes and we ask them to go in a dressage arena and jump fancy jumps and do fancy movements. And I believe that it is our role as humans, as the more sentient beings in the partnership, to create an understanding with them, a language that they can understand of what we're asking, and that is where the groundwork comes in. I've been working in this way now for many years and I wanted to share that. So that is why I initially created my Patreon page, because I wanted to be able to share more of what I have learned with you guys, and for you to be able to really understand it and to be able to help your horses feel the way that my horses feel through relaxation and understanding. And I really believe in that this is my purpose. We talk about infinite purpose in the sense of what will outlive me. And what I want to do is to spread more awareness, more understanding of how we can train horses. And I believe that through my Patreon page and through the content that I create, that I want to do that. So this is why I haven't been on YouTube. This is why I have been busy making videos elsewhere. I make a video every week pretty much, if sometimes not 2 videos a week, and there is a lot of stuff on there. It's not all groundwork, there are ridden videos, and I have more recently been creating training programs. So we have a ridden video followed by a ride along podcast. This is a clip from the very first video from the fundamentals of flat work. So this is a video all about rhythm. So I talk you through some exercises, show you some ways of improving your rhythm with Zora, and then we have a podcast where you have the opportunity to try it out, to practice what I showed in the video. And this has proven to be very, very effective. Us as adults, we learn by mirroring, so we can watch the video, we can see what I'm doing and what I'm improving on, and then we can have a try with the podcast, and it's like having a coach with you. I've ridden to one of my own podcasts actually, and it's incredibly effective because it gets you thinking for yourself, but it also gives you direction. I know personally I've had ridden sessions where I think, I don't know what I'm going to do today, and then you sort of end up getting a bit frustrated or not really feeling like there's any direction because you've maybe not got a very structured plan. Whereas with these podcasts and with the training programs, it gives you direction and it gives you a consistency so that you've got something that you're working towards and you've got something that you're working on.
Happens in that we have to make sure that we keep that new outside rein. So it's really the same feeling as when we're riding those shallow loops. We mustn't just drop one contact. And I am definitely culprit for it. Oh, they're changing diagonal again. I can really feel myself being culprit of it, making too much connection to the inside and not guiding the outside of the body.
Okay, so that's where I've been. So now let's talk about some horses. Let's go first to the yard situation. So I get a lot of questions about this. So I know before I was begging and pleading for finding somewhere to relocate to because I was given quite a short notice period on my current yard, and it was terrifying, really horrible, very, very, very stressful, lots and lots of sleepless nights and worry because it's not just my own horses, it's the business, it's my whole life that I'm moving. It's not just that I'm moving my own horses around, you know, I have 6 of my own, but it's the whole, it's everything, it's all I do, you know, it's what I have to talk about here, it's what I do every single day, so it's a whole life that I'm moving. It's not just, oh, I need a few stables. So I'm very, very fortunate that I'm able to stay where I am for a while longer. It turns out that the people who are buying the place are quite happy for me to stay, which is really, really exciting and amazing, and I'm so grateful to them for giving me that opportunity. So I'm not going anywhere for now, thank goodness. I love the yard I'm on, I love everything about it. There's lots of things that are just really, really wonderful, and it's a wonderful place to have horses. Horses are very happy there and they settle very well, and there's lots of grass and the young horses can grow up in the big fields, and it's wonderful. The arena is small and I'd love a big arena one day, but one day I'll have a big arena, but for now it is great and I'm very fortunate to be able to stay. So that is the yard update bit, and I didn't want to tell you guys too soon because nothing was confirmed, but all seems to be going the right direction at the moment, so I hope it stays that way. So let's get on to the horses. I haven't had much luck, and that's also another reason why I haven't felt like I wanted to vlog, because it's been a bit hard and I haven't been out to any shows or any training really. I've been having some lessons at home, but a lot of groundwork stuff and not a lot of riding, but for more than one reason. So Obi strained his check ligament earlier this year and had to have a period of box rest. So their check ligament is a branch of the suspensory ligament in their leg, and it's pretty important, and it tends to look like this. Here's a picture of said strained ligament, and he had to have a lot of rest for it and a lot of walking not a lot of turnout, because it's sort of stopping and action that makes it happen. And he did it while we were competing. He stumbled on a waxed surface and got injured. So that was back in February. That was the first time. Got him back into work, got going, it's 3 months kind of rest and rehab, got him back working again, everything seemed to be going well, and then I saw swelling in the other leg, exactly the same place, exactly the same thing, and he strained his other check ligament in a very minor way. Both times have been minor. He did this injury before and it was major a couple of years ago, but it's been horrible because he's everything, he's great. He's such a fun, amazing horse, and he's such a talent. So it's been really, really hard not having him doing things and seeing him sort of having to rest and recover and looking after him carefully. And there's lots of things that we've been doing, ice boots and supplements for him for healing, and lots of being very careful with him, basically. So we are now back riding him again, having had these 2 injuries. We are back into trot now. I'm predominantly rehabilitating him this time in straight lines out hacking. So that's Obi. As I said, he has been rehabilitating now and is seemingly like he's doing really well, with things are looking good. So fingers crossed he stays that way. The next horse that I want to update you on is Zora. So these are the main horses that you would see on my account, right? I talk about them all the time. They're my own horses as such. Obi isn't owned by me, but in the sense of I treat him as if he is my own. So Zora, lovely 5-year-old Zora. She has had some trouble, and I've had some intermittent problems with her not feeling 100%. Now, I've never been able to put my finger on it. She never seemed lame, but she just didn't totally seem perfect. Often jumping, she would land disunited, and I just got to the point where I thought there's something not right here. I need more answers. And so with the consult of my vet, we made the decision to send her to the big Rossdale's in Newmarket, which is a really big equine hospital, the place that saved Mo's life before, way back when. Look at the 2019 video if you don't know what I'm talking about. She nearly died anyway. I need to tell you about Mo as well in a minute. And we did some investigation, and it turned out that she had some bone chips in her hind fetlocks, and she needed surgery, and it's not insured. So I've spent all my life savings, and she has had some surgery, and I will show you a bit like the little wound sites and stuff. So they've done keyhole surgery, and as you can see there's these 2 little points on the fetlock, and they go in and they take the little chip out, and then the healing process is relatively quick. So she's done 6 weeks rest now, with lots of hand grazing. She loves a bit of grass. She's been allowed back out into a paddock, and then we had lots of rain, so we haven't been able to do that because the paddocks get very wet and then they get destroyed, and then we can't use them, so we have to be very, very careful with them. So when it's very wet, she doesn't go in the field, but she's back hand grazing. We are hopeful now that she will return to work slowly. So we're gonna go for 3 weeks of walking. After 1 week I can ride, so I'm really looking forward to getting back on and going hacking, and riding in the arena, just walking and stretching and lots of long and low and that sort of thing. And then we're going to go back to the vets for another checkup, and then hopefully crack on from there. So that's why I've not been on here. I've not had a lot to say. I've not felt like I want to go and make YouTube videos all about how things are sad, because it's hard. And I talk about things a lot on my Instagram, and if you want you can follow me on there, Miri Hackett. I don't know if you guys already do, but yeah, it's been a journey recently, and I've got one more horse I'm going to talk about, and that's been another thing that's been really difficult, because I've retired Mo, my good horse that I've had I've had her nearly 12 years, 11 or 12 years this year. This one, that lady there, I don't know if you can see that, that's my picture of her that I have sat in my living room. So I've got a whole video of one of my last rides with Mo. We had a photo shoot with Holly, I'll put in a picture. But she was struggling. She had been lame, and she'd been recurrently lame, and it just wasn't getting better. I'd been hacking her a little bit, and she'd just been going in the field every day with Zora and coming back in again, going out, coming in, going out, and she was doing better. She was doing okay, and she was sound in the field, but I just felt like I was waiting for her to be sound enough for me to ride her again. But then when I came to the thought of it in my mind, I realised that actually, who was I riding her for? Was I riding her for me? Or was I riding her for her benefit? She didn't not enjoy it, but she didn't feel how she used to feel. She felt old and a bit doddery and pottery in front. She has had side bone issues all her life, basically. She has got an offset hoof, as in it's like not straight down on the leg. So she's built up some bony change in the side bone, which comes up the side of the fetlock, of the hoof. So I'll put a picture in, it's easier, where side bone is. This might not be her x-ray, but it's an x-ray of some side bone. And it's always bothered her. And it's a real shame. Having her barefoot was the best thing I did, and that helped for many years, and she jumped some 140s, and she was really the best horse ever. But it got to the point where I had to say enough was enough, and so she is fully retired in the field now. She lives with Kenko and Nanette, my other older mare Nanette, who's a grade A that I never really got to do anything with. That's a whole nother story. And Kenko, the tricky pony that had lovely Indy, who is doing really, really well, who's massive now. Put a bit in a picture of her. So that's Mo. It's been very hard. I felt very sad about it. I miss her. She's only over the road. She's only in a field just on the other side of the property, but I miss her. I don't get to see her every day because I'm so busy with all the young horses we have in for training. But I know I've done the right thing. She's very happy. She looks comfortable. She's canters over her for her feed in the evening, and they stand and groom and sleep and rest and be retired, I guess. And I look forward to one day being able to maybe give her, when she's really older, give her a more kind of plush retirement, where she has a stable when she needs it, and she maybe has a barn that she can go in and roam freely in with the others. And I hope to one day have an embryo transfer foal from her because of the loss of her foal many years ago, and a few years ago, it wasn't many years anyway. And I really hope for that one day, that I can do that with her, because I want her legacy to live on. I want her to be able to leave something behind when she's not here. She's only 16, but she has a lot of life left, and I hope that she can have a baby again. She won't be able to carry the baby, which is terribly sad, because that would be the ideal job for her now. She's in that prime foal bearing age, really, and she can't, because she has something called chronic endometriosis, which is a sort of, it means it's a defect in the womb lining, which means that it's an inhospitable environment for carrying a foal. Ironically, Nana has the same thing, my older mare that I never really got to do much with. We tried to have a foal from her and couldn't, for the same reason. She just wouldn't take. Anyway, that's my life update. I'm very happy. I've got a lot of amazing things happening at the moment. I'm riding some incredible young horses for people, and I have lots and lots of great opportunities. I have a wait list for my training livery at the moment, and I'm really busy, and I love it. I love every day of what I do. Some days are hard, the weather is difficult, and the facility is hard because the arena's not enormous, and I can't go and jump a big course of jumps when I want to, or ride in a straight line for a very long time. But I'm doing the best I can with what I've got, and the business is flourishing, and I'm loving it. So yeah, that's my life update. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will attach all of the links to various Patreon pages and all the rest of it down below. My website will be live soon too, where you can buy yourself a Hackett Equine t-shirt should you desire. you know, learn a bit more about what I do at Hackett Equine on my website. It's taken me a long time. It's been a labour of love creating it, but I'm excited for you guys to see it. I hope that you understand that I've been vacant from YouTube, and I hope that you stay and support me when I do post a video. Thanks for being here. I do appreciate all of your support, and all of you guys on Instagram and Facebook and Patreon that are already there. Thank you, because you allow me to do what I love, and you allow me to share more, and I really do feel like sharing the knowledge that I have is a huge thing. You know, it's an enormous part of my life now, and I love being able to do it, and I love being able to help people all over the world with their wonderful four-legged friends, because horses mean a huge amount to us, and for me to be able to help you guys understand them better from the learning that I've done is just everything to me. So that is the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it and learnt a little bit about my life at the moment, and I will see you guys for next time. I don't know when that might be, but maybe soon. See you soon. Bye for now.